It's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but don't fear, we've got football to perk up our spirits as we join you from Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. On the Jets sideline, there you see head coach Aaron Glenn. And his guys looking to even things up after a 3-4 start to the year. On the other side, Bengals head coach Zach Taylor. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And able to get this out to the 25. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
And what a first half of the season he's had, leading the NFL in passing yards to this point. He's been a tough man to slow down, so this defense certainly has its work cut out for him.
And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. When you talk about this Jets defense, they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because guess what? They're facing the #1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it game for them.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. Breaks the tackle, now Allen. Inside the 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Chase Brown, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And normally in this spot we talk about passing numbers from last week, but this time it's all about the rushing. 3 times he found the end zone in his last ball game. He is a do-everything quarterback, and you have to expect we'll see him call his own number here as well.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. First down, Jets. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. From the gun, here's Fields. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Reynolds. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. 3rd and 8. Here's Fields. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 38-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of carries, 136 yards.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there and are confident they can repeat it again this week.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. To throw is Fields. Buying time to his left. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Now a carry for Allen. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. His second rushing touchdown on the campaign and 4th overall. And the Jets respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
That's a great response here in this first quarter. And what I like about it is how they put this drive together. The other guys scored quickly to start the game, but this was smart football to not feel like you have to go out and score quickly yourself. So they worked the ball down the field, took their time, and finished with the touchdown run.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Gets around him. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bengals offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's an early front runner for MVP in the NFL here in the first half of the season. As you can see, he's a league leader in passing yards at this stage of the game. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Will McDonald in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
3rd and 9 here. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
So on 4th down, Ryan Rico on to punt for the Bengals. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Jets will take over. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Handoff, running left. Here's Hall. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So here's a 3rd and 14. Fields. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. The Bengals offense and running back Chase Brown set to take over once more. And he's been sensational in this opening quarter. You have to imagine we'll see much more of him as this game goes along. The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 25-yard line.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Incomplete. It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
Here's Burrow. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
Now on 4th down, is the punt team sending this one away. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York set to take the field. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down.
1st down, New York.
He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Hall want to give up the middle. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. You talk about this Bengals defense. This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems, because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
And he's not going to get the 1st down. He had to get to the 30, but he's a yard or 2 short. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to make it 4th down. They snap it to Fields. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And that will force a turnover on downs. The D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz. And in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that fourth down.
They defer to Brown to start the drive. 90 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. This defense for the Jets, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield, and all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
3rd and 3.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 4.
Now Burrow. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Watch the shift.
7-7, our score after 1. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. All the option left, it's Burrow. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
42-yard line.
First carry now for Gus Edwards. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's good for the Cincinnati Bengals. 1st and 10 at the 36.
Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line.
Now a 2nd and 6.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They're going to run this with a tight end. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. Now it's Burrow. He's going to let it go end zone for Allen. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
McPherson's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And it'll end there as he goes out of bounds, but a heck of a return all the way inside the opposite 40.
Whatever the relationship was between the special teams and the offense, it's gotten a heck of a lot closer after a return like that. The special teams just keep setting them up. The offense thinks they'll go out there and knock them down.
The Jets offense and quarterback Justin Fields heading back out there. And he's been a real threat, not just with the arm, but with the wheels as well. NFL's leader amongst quarterbacks in terms of rushing touchdowns. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After after the sack. It's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Fields. Forced out to his left. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down. On the counter, it's Hall. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Across the line and to the ball quickly there, Trey Hendrickson.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now it's Fields. That's complete right side to Lazard. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. And he is caught. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Jets.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to the ground with Hall. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Back to throw. Fields keeps himself upright. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beef eaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Burrow. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Edwards. And a stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the gun, a give to Brown. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The Bengals at 4-3, a game over 500. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, you know, they just want to come out and play well for their faithful. And I expect them to do just that.
So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind crunch or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Burrow will throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here's Fields. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
16 yards.
Out of the gun, Fields. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
16 yards.
A shotgun snap, Fields. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Fields now to throw. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Here's Jake Bailey now.
Jake Bailey in punt formation.
And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
This will be caught by Brown. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Burrow looking to pass. Whipping one into Allen. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 26-yard line.
So we are, well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Jets offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And his ability to use his legs has given the defense fits when trying to game plan. He's currently second in the NFL in rushing yards by a QB. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. James Pierce. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does it.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's complete to Brown, right side. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And it's second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Throw right side, pulled in by Higgins. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Bengals first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Burrow going to keep it running right. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. This is caught. Touchdown Bengals. Jamar Chase, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this 3rd quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the second half.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The New York set to take the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Ball again on 2nd down. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
A gain of 12. And the Jets first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On the draw, it's Hall. Broken tackle. And he'll have a Jets first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
Sometimes Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
And I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. Daxton Hill there to make the stop on defense. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 25-yard line.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. They'll run with Hall. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Don't forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. If you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
On 4th down, Fields. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2. If they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Here's Burrow. Open man is Chase, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Sauce Gardner, he got downhill quickly and stuck him behind the line of scrimmage. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. This time Burrow will look to throw. This pass complete to Higgins. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain.
A gain of 10 makes it 3rd and 3.
They'll run on 3rd down with Brown. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. 107 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They go right back to the ground here, and Brown. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So now they operate back from their side of the field here, 2nd and long. Now Burrow. Got a man, it's Brown. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 31-yard line.
It's a gain of 20. That's another Cincinnati Bengals.
Up the middle, it's Edwards. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a fourth down.
46-yard attempt.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Love the effort there. I mean, to get a field goal block in this situation because they knew what was going on. They give up those 3 points there. It's now a two-possession game.
Yeah, that really changes the complexion here in the second half, doesn't it?
It really does, and now you give your team a more than a fighting chance and a little momentum. Terrific job by them setting the tone and picking up their defense.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
To throw is Fields. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. James Pierce able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Cincinnati. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the fourth quarter. Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Jones on the return. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
Burrow loses the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And at this stage in the fourth, they need to work this into the end zone. A field goal doesn't do much. We'll see if they can cash in following the fumble recovery. Following the fumble recovery, Fields. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Incomplete. Brings up second and 10.
In motion, the tight end. Now Fields. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Now it's Fields. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. Well, this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. Shifts by him. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up.
A gain of 4.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
And 6 yards to go.
Now it's Burrow. Pass taken in by his big tight end. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
That's good for the Cincinnati Bengals.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And down inside the 40, we're at the 38. 111 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all game long.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Burrow will throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the Bengals first down. 1st and 10.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the Jets 28-yard line.
Now a run with Edwards. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. There was Will McDonald bursting in there and making that play. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll set up a throw. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Burrow, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. McPherson now for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score.
A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was Joe Burrow who took it himself for the touchdown run. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays. That is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Fields. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. James Pierce giving him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Gonna look deep for Wilson. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Brown with his stick skills. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. The keeper gets him 7 that time, and it'll lead to a 3rd down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Oh, what a great job defensively to stack things up. They were committed to stopping the run. They knew it was coming. And now it looks like they should get the football back as they force an important 3 and out.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Fields now to throw. Fights through and now a crease. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it'll be 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10 at their own 26. And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On the handoff, Edwards. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
This is Brown going up the middle. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. That's taken on the 25. It'll be a 41-yard punt, giving 5 on the return.
And the Jets will take over. So now Justin Fields and the Jets
down 24-17. 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go. They'll have 2 timeouts and, of course, also the 2-minute warning as they go to work on first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
32-yard line.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire.
It's complete. Lazard.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, Jets.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. First and 10 here. On first and 10, it's Hall.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
They'll try again here. Second and 10.
Second and 10 at the Bengals' 44-yard line.
Back to throw. Fields.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
On the option left is Fields.
Fights free at the 5. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And 2 big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
Second down, goal to go. One more time with Hall.
And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here's first and 10.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
And he's going to pick up a first down here as that clock continues to run.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
And 5 yards, not going to cut it here. That clock continues to run. They'll come up now on second down.
Brings up second and 5.
Here's Burrow.
Open man is Higgins.
For the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's third down.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. What can they come up with here? It's 3rd and 7. To throw, Burrow.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And you certainly have to applaud the effort here. They're not settling for overtime. They're trying to get in position to win it with a late field goal. That takes some guts, but this one is going to wind up incomplete.
The Bengals bring out their punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. And here in overtime, a quick reminder, the game no longer ends following an offensive touchdown on the opening drive. Both sides will have the chance to possess the ball unless there's a defensive touchdown. In that case, the game will end right there. Conditions only going to get worse as we get back to football here to start this overtime. Gets past one man. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. He'll give it to Hall to start the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way, because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. First throw in overtime by Fields. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Fields, such an athletic quarterback, gets him the first.
And the Jets, first down.
Hall want to give up the middle. And nothing much materializing there in the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down. Fields going to keep it running right. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Now a first throw here in overtime. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 33. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down.
First down, New York.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Straight ahead is Hall. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of a yard.
Fields.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
19 yards. First down, New York.
Fields going to take this himself. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. A chance now to strike first in the overtime session and get a big leg up. 1st and goal.
First throw in overtime now for Taylor.
And this is a touchdown. Now, it's not over yet, but they draw first blood here in this overtime.
What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder wrong or take a big shot. But he looks none the worse for wear here, and that winds up a touchdown.
Bengals 24.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get...
Now Burrow loses the football. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And a costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security and in overtime so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, it almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for the Jets,
they level their mark at 4-4 on the year.
And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaud. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.